Welcome everybody to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones. As always, I'm your host, J John Jeremy, and once again, we have returned to the lands of Westeros. Except this time, the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2 is at version 1.0. Now what does that mean? That means that the mod developers believe that this version of the mod is the vision that they've been working towards for the past 3 years. Let's put that vision to the test. Now I thought, how best to excite this new series. Now we played in Dorne for quite some time, and we had a great ride. But instead of creating a custom character and starting from scratch, I thought, at least at first, why not showcase some interesting hypothetical scenarios that might tease the mind. For example, let's pick Robert's Rebellion. 20 years before the events of A Song of Ice and Fire, Westeros is on the brink of civil war. Rhaegar Targaryen, heir to the Iron Throne, has kidnapped Lyanna Stark, the betrothed of the Lord Paramount of the Stormlands and daughter of the Lord Paramount of the North. Brandon Stark, her elder brother and heir to the north, charges south, demanding vengeance. The Mad King, Aerys, outraged by Brandon's demands, has him and his father executed, and calls for Eddard's head as well. As all but Balon Greyjoy and Tywin Lannister prepare to declare their allegiances, it is up to you to decide the fate of the Seven Kingdoms. When you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. Now, as I was saying about hypothetical scenarios, in the novel, Robert Baratheon, Eddard Stark, and Jon Arryn succeed in their rebellion with the assistance of Tywin Lannister very late in the war. But what if the Targaryens emerged victorious here? An interesting scenario for sure, but let's not stop there. What if we played as Rhaegar Targaryen and won the war? Rhaegar Targaryen, Prince of Dragonstone, is the eldest son of King Aerys II and his sister wife Rhaella. He has proven to be an able man, handsome and intelligent, respected by the nobility and beloved by the small folk. As his father's sanity dwindled after the defiance of Duskendale, Rhaegar continued to serve faithfully. Then in 281 AC at the tourney of Harrenhal, scandal rocked the realm as Prince Rhaegar, victor of the tourney, bestowed the title of Queen of Love and Beauty on the beautiful Lyanna Stark, betrothed to Lord Robert Baratheon, instead of on his own wife Elia Martell. A year passed, and Rhaegar and Lyanna eloped, though some say he kidnapped her. The actions of his father have inflamed the situation beyond the point of diplomacy, and now the Dragon Prince finds himself required to defend his house from oblivion. So what if we were to play as Rhaegar Targaryen and emerge victorious in this War of the Usurper? The biggest problem for us is that we do not control the Iron Throne. That belongs to our father, Aerys. Instead, we control the single territory of Dragonstone. Now, the game will tell you what special benefits you receive as playing as whatever culture you are and whatever religion you are. In this case, we are playing as a High Valyrian, Faith of the Seven Lord. Lyanna Stark is currently in my care and is residing in the Tower of Joy. She is my Queen of Love and Beauty. As I was saying, this is Dragonstone. This is the only territory we control. We don't even control Driftmark, which is under the control of Lord Lucaris Valerion, directly under the control of our father, King Aerys. Our problem is that, if we take a look at the grander map, our father controls all of these territories here, but is under attack from the Stormlands, from the Vale, from the Riverlands, and all the way in the north. Now, we do have allies on our own. We have Dorne, and we have the Reach. Problem is that they're not necessarily the best military commanders. The Westerlands and the Iron Islands are currently maintaining neutrality, waiting to see what occurs in this war. So our first goal is to try and take control of the Iron Throne. Now in the novel, all Rhaegar does is basically lead the armies of the Iron Throne under the command of his father. This Rhaegar, though, he understands that if we're to be successful, we need to take drastic action. So, first, let's take a look at Rhaegar. Rhaegar here is a great character. He's got 14 diplomacy, 25 martial ability, 12 stewardship, 6 intrigue, and 14 learning. He's a brilliant commander, he's quick, he's attractive, he's a poet, he's a skilled fighter, he's a knight, he's a scholar, he's kind and brave. On the field of battle, he's also an inspiring leader, a cavalry leader, and a direct leader. That gives him all of these combat modifiers. He's also the abomination of incest, so the religious folk don't really like him too much. His wife here is Elia of the Dorne. Not a very great character at all. She is a great eminence and attractive, but she's also extremely weak. She's disinherited, proud, kind, craven, and honorable. The two have 2 children, Rhaenys and Aegon. And as far as our ruler here, King Aerys, also not necessarily a great character, does have some decent intrigue though. The problem is that Aerys is, of course, mad. He is a lunatic, he is insane, and we can't have a guy like that command our armies. Won't end well for us at all. So, let's take a look at our council here. We've got a decent Castellan with 12 stewardship. Our Justicar is Calla with 12 diplomacy. Master-at-Arms Lewin of the Dorne, 22. Treasurer is Septon Mataris. Spymaster Maekar. We have no Maester and we have no Septon. So the first thing is, let's go ahead and call for a Maester. Costs us 4.5 gold. And let's set these tasks here. We want the Castellan to oversee Dragonstone. We want our Justicar to improve diplomatic relations, but not with us. Rather, I want her to try and improve the relationship between us and the Westerlands. We need Tywin Lannister on our side if we're going to win this war. Lewin of the Dorne will train the troops here in Dragonstone. Our Treasurer will collect taxes. And our Spymaster will scheme locally to protect us against plots. Now we need to pick an ambition as well. Our ambitions are to become Castellan, become Master of Laws, become Master-at-Arms, become Master of Coin, become Regent, amass wealth, become a paragon of virtue, become exalted amongst men, fall in love, have 5 children, become independent, gain an honorary title, and obtain a dragon egg. Now, if we're looking to obtain as much power as possible, as quickly as possible, then the first thing we ought to do is try to become Regent. Now that gives us an option here to petition to be made Regent. King Aerys currently has no designated Regent should the realm need it. You can send a petition to him to be named in this position. We will try to be named Regent. It's not a guaranteed success, and I hope I don't get burned for it. We also need to pick a character focus. In this case, our character focus will be War, as we are currently at war, which gives us +2 martial ability and the dual action versus rival and foes. That's kind of the setup we have here. I don't know if there's much else we can do. Now, the game does include the entirety of Essos now, but Essos doesn't really play in Westerosi territories. They kind of stick to their own lands, but it is a pretty large map. Really large, actually, so we'll see if we ever get down there. There's Old Valyria right here. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here with the War of the Usurper. Our goals are twofold. Win the War of the Usurper against Robert Baratheon and his allies, and obtain the Iron Throne. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we had Blood of Valyria happen to us. So, -3% national revolt risk. Because this character can trace their blood to Old Valyria, the small folk of the realm think of them closer to God than man. We had In Command happen to us, so You can see here that Ares has raised up his armies, and we are part of them. And we had exceptional military ruler happen to us. So you could see all those increases in levies. Now let's look at Ares wants to appoint us to an office. Wants us to be chief general. I accept. Prince Rhaegar of the Iron Throne, I find your concerns valid and agree a regent needs to be designated. So I hereby name you designated regent of the Iron Throne. Signed, Ares of the House Targaryen, King of the Iron Throne. Thank you, Your Grace. Excellent. So our petition was successful, and we've been named designated regent. But the problem is that that's only designated regent. We need to actually execute the powers of the regency. So we need to choose a plot. And our plot needs to be to replace King Ares and become regent. Prince Rhaegar of the Iron Throne believes that he would be a better ruler than King Ares the Mad, and so should be made Prince Regent of the Iron Throne. Now, who will join me in this plot? Varys, Master of Whisperers, is on board. We have Thoros of Myr, also on board. Jacelyn Bywater. Willem Derry. Aaron Santagar is on board. Let's see here. Janos Slint. Elena Dontos Hollard, the Fool. Mega. My own mother is on board. She's also in hiding. Okay. That should be enough, and hopefully we'll be able to usurp our father's power. In the meantime, though, we are in the middle of his armies. The maester we sent for from the Citadel has arrived. A person named Harmond has arrived. Harmond is our new maester. 16 learning ability. That's good. Northman, huh? Interesting. A family person, zealous, a diligent person, and of course maester and dutiful academic. All right. I've decided to institute the medium feudal taxes law. All that is needed is the support of yourself and my other loyal vassals. I can approve it, and King Ares likes it, or I can ignore it, and King Ares doesn't like me. I'll approve it. Only will help me out. To the magnificent King Rhaegar, Varys is on board, excellent, as is Sir Dontos Hollard. Also note that a Bodger of Craster's Keep Walding Revolt has declared a peasant revolt for Craster's Keep. So Craster, all the way up here, may not be holding his territory for much longer. Chief Craster right now. Potentially, who knows. The Wildlings do their own thing up there anyway. All hail his grace, King Ares of the House Targaryen, King of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Long live the king, because I don't want to be burned. Janos Slint is on board, as is Elena. And Sir Willem Derry. Already at 146.6% plot power. Now, I need to not be a commander in order to execute this, and neither can Ares here. Ares cannot be a commander either, so we need to wait until Ares is not leading an army. Okay, Thoros of Myr is on board. Mega is on board, as is Jacelyn Bywater. I think that leaves just my mother. Yep, Queen Rhaella. And she's on board. Excellent. Okay. We have one prisoner, Lyanna, Lady Paramount of the North. Or of the Stormlands, one of the two. I think the Stormlands, actually. Yeah, the Stormlands. Lady of the North, though. Okay. So as I said, we can't declare our liege incapable until we see that he's no longer in control of an army. Right now, he is leading troops in the central narrow sea. He's actually over here. Interesting. Why is he on a boat? That's not very smart of him. Where are you putting your forces? He's landing them in the south of the Stormlands? Rathrock, perhaps? Alright, that's interesting. Kala is no longer Justicar. Kala died a natural death at the age of 16. That is really bad. Damn it. That is unfortunate. New Justicar. Rhaegar. Rhaegar, I need you to do the same thing as what we were doing before, which is go improve our relationship with Tywin Lannister. Tumbleton is attacking King Aerys the Mad. Interesting. Dontos Footley of Tumbleton has decided to go against his liege lord's wishes in this case. Interesting. Where is our father? Ah, he is reigning in the Red Keep. Excellent. Alright, so here's what I will do. I will resign my commission, which will allow me to go back to my post in Dragonstone. My father is at the Red Keep, and now that gives us the option to declare our liege incapable. King Aerys II's current ability to rule is questionable, and so with enough support it would be possible to declare him incapable and become his regent. I declare him incapable and assume the regency. King Aerys II's time of ill rule is at an end. Whilst he is presiding at court, you storm through the door flanked by your supporters. You declare the king incapable to rule effectively and assume the regency without opposition. This will benefit him and the realm. King Aerys the Mad gains the trait declared incapable. Sir George is no longer hand of the king. Prince Rhaegar becomes hand of the king. Prince Rhaegar becomes regent. I gain 100 prestige. And then Aerys doesn't like me for a while, which is unfortunate. Okay. Now I can do the special character action here to lower crown authority. Everyone of the lords and nobles of the Iron Throne will like me, but Aerys' opinion of me will decrease for quite some time. The problem here, still, is that we do not control the armies of the Iron Throne, even though we are regent. So, it looks like we need to take the next step here and do one of two things. One, we can try to start a faction that will install me as the King of the Iron Throne. I can also try to depose King Aerys II. Members seek to force King Aerys II of the Iron Throne to abdicate in favor of his heir, Prince Rhaegar of the Iron Throne. When sufficiently powerful, Prince Rhaegar of the Iron Throne may present an ultimatum to King Aerys the Mad. Okay, Prince Rhaegar of the Iron Throne has founded the deposed King Aerys II faction. Interesting. Present an ultimatum to King Aerys the Mad, demanding that he abdicate in favor of his heir, Prince Rhaegar. If he refuses to comply, the faction will rise in revolt. And then he would receive an ultimatum. Let's see if anyone will join me in this thing. Prince Rhaegar of the Iron Throne succeeded with the plot to replace King Aerys II to become regent. Fulfilled my ambition to become regent. I need to pick a new ambition now, which can be amass wealth, become paragon of virtue, become exalted amongst men, fall in love, have 5 children, become independent, gain an honorary title, or obtain a dragon egg. I will try and fall in love. Can I pick better people now for this? No. Yes? I guess, but... No, I cannot. Okay. Okay. I can grant the title Commander of Dragonstone and Bodyguard. Interesting. Will anybody join me in my faction? Would be really swell. Could I get other people to like me? I guess is the better question. Like his vassals. Targaryen loyalist. He likes me, right? Although we're both foreigners. If I sent him a gift, would he like me more? He would. Now I can also try to kill Ares. Certainly an option as well. If I tried to do that, plot to kill, plot to kidnap. Prince Rhaegar has decided it is time for King Ares II to depart this world. Prince Rhaegar and his backers will look for opportunities to kill King Ares. The higher the plot power, the more likely they are to find openings. Okay, who will join me in this plot? Ares is on board. Pycelle is on board. Jacelyn Bywater is on board. Willem Darry again on board. Santagar not as much this time around. Hagon is on board. George Martin, serve the Dragon Gate. Interesting character here. Wait. Look what they did. That is funny. They put George R.R. Martin in the game. George Martin of the Dragon Gate. He is an expert scientist, a poet, a genius, gregarious, patient, gluttonous, slothful, and cruel. Recently wed to Lady Dennis of the Dragon's Gate. And, his house arms is a quill. I like that. That's nice. Nice touch. Yeah. Join me in my plot. Pella. Also, please. Thank you. Janos Slint is on board again. Rosat. Elena. Dantos Hollard. And my mother is on board as well. Okay. That'll give us potentially an option here. I could also send for a faceless man. But one of these must be true. Intrigue of at least 12. Master Whisperers Makar. Intrigue of 18. Elena is on board with the plot. Pella is on board with the plot, as is Grand Maester Pycelle. George R.R. Martin is on board. Dantos Hollard is on board, as is Jacelyn Bywater. Varys and Willem Darry are on board. Now, again, the reason why we need to do this quickly is because the enemy forces are upon us. 7,000 soldiers here. We've got a 14,000 man army there, but we've got a 11,000 man army here, another 14,000 man army on the way. Here come the northern armies as well. There's Varys. 331% plot power. My mother is on board. Rosart, small council advisor, is on board. Septon Hagen is on board. Where are you going? You're trying to attack me in Dragonstone. Don't do that. I'm not a fan of that. We had in command happen to us. My co-conspirator Varys has hired someone to saw through the supports of the railing on a balcony King Ares II is known to frequent. Someone may soon take a bit of a tumble. Look out below. I don't like this. I don't like you sitting right there. Not a fan. Alright. Gunsar and Jonathor are flankers here. Better knock it off. Oh, they went over here to Driftmark. I see. It is January the 2nd, 283. The War of the Usurper is now underway. We have a 14,000 man army here against a 11,000 man army that apparently they are rushing towards right now. The problem here is that they've got support of another 2,000 men here, and another 12,000 man army is not far away at all. The Northern Army is here under Jor Mormont, more or less, I believe. I believe that's Mormont. They're attacking Driftmark right now. Now, we are currently Prince Regent of the Iron Throne, but we do not control its armies. We still need to be actual king of the Iron Throne. We've got 2 opportunities to do so. We're trying to depose King Ares, but nobody is willing to join us in this endeavor. We also are attempting to kill our father, and it looks like that may prove to be successful. Will it? Find out next time on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. Until then, this is J Squared John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care. Hey everybody, J Squared John Jeremy here. Just want to thank you all for watching episode 1 of Let's Play Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. Now, I love a good story, and Crusader Kings 2 certainly allows me to see a great story unfold in front of me, but here are 2 more videos that I thought had fantastic stories. On the left-hand thumbnail, you can watch the story of Lee Everett in Let's Play The Walking Dead Season 1. And on the right-hand side, we can see the tale of Squad 7 in Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles. Until next time, so long, and take care.